I woke up this morning pretty darn excited about hitting the road. I'm on my final month of my summer travels before we catch the 16.5-hour ferry from Prince Rupert back to Vancouver Island at the end of September. And today, I didn't know that my whole summer travels were going to come to a halt, and I'd have to call a tow truck by the end of this morning.
I'm gonna spray a little bit of Lysol inside of my bathroom. That's how we keep things fresh around here. All right. Anyway, guys, today we are making our way down. I believe we are still on the Klondike Highway. Anyway, guys, we are heading down towards Whitehorse, Yukon. I don't think we're gonna make it to Whitehorse today, but we're heading that direction. We had some more campers pull in here last night, but they're gone here this morning. It's a little late. It's like just about 10 o'clock in the morning. There's a big video edit this morning, but the campers have left.
I thought for sure that this summer was going to be free of any kind of a breakdown video. Sure, breaking a few things on the trail, like not mechanical problems, that's bound to happen. But with a brand new engine and a brand new transmission that was put in last year, I thought we were free and in the clear. Boy, was I wrong.
Oh no, we have another problem with my air locker in my rear differential. This is something I experienced before years ago, and here we go again. So this is oil in the front of my van by my compressor that shouldn't be here. That oil is from my rear differential. This stuff smells horrid. All right, let's pull this line out of here. So this is an airline. This airline should not have oil in it. It's for air only. All right, we're just gonna drive a screw in this airline in hopes that it seals it, which it probably should. Inside of my rear differential, I have an ARB air locker. So when the compressor turns on, it shoves air through that line, which engages my rear locker, making two wheels of turn in the back. And when the inside seal gets blown, it allows the differential oil to get back into the air side and then comes all the way up to the front and pisses out right where the airline connects to the compressor. This is the second time this has happened to me. And I'm not one to use my air locker like on a constant. Like I probably used that thing maybe 25 times since I fixed the last seal. So right now I'm gonna tell you something. I am freaking done with that ARB locker. Cost me a freaking fortune to get the ARB locker and all the repairs and stuff like that. I think at this point, I might go in and get my differential redone so it's got a limited slip. So if I need it to get double engaged, I hit that throttle, it locks in and off I go. I'm done with that thing. And I was just talking with some travelers in Dawson City that told me that they have an electronic locker that they still have problems with because they have problems on the electrical side of it. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. If you guys have a Ford Econoline van and have any experiences with rear lockers, please put it in the comments. I could use your suggestion. This ARB one, I'm done. Oh, this is so nasty. It smells so bad. I don't know if you guys have ever smelled gear oil, but brutal.
I chalked that one up this morning as not a big deal. I'll get the locker fixed up when I get back. I'll just stay out of the deep backcountry while I'm out here. Not a big deal. Sun was clearing. We got to see some wildlife. Today was off to a better start.
Look at what we have here. Well, hello, beautiful family. Aw, little babies. Little bums. Well, we officially seen our very first speck of wildlife up here in the Yukon. I was beginning to think that nothing lived up here. For real. We seen bears, but that was technically in British Columbia, even though it was only accessible from the Yukon, but it's still technically British Columbia. Anyway, guys, I decided we're driving all the way into Whitehorse this morning.
But those happy, feel-good road trip vibes didn't last very long, because as we were getting past this lake going up the hill, I was hitting the gas pedal and it wasn't going anywhere. I thought I blew another transmission. Oh crap.
We have a problem. My transmission just started to slip. Oh no. What's wrong with that? Maybe it's a disconnection between my... I'm dead in the water, my friends. Hey Siri, FaceTime Lauren. Good morning.
Good day, sir.
Good morning, bro. I have a mechanic question for you.
Yeah?
I was driving here this morning and I was like, oh shit, felt like my transmission kind of slipped out. So I stopped and made sure that there was enough oil in it. But it's not what it is at all, because now my vehicle won't start. It's like something's not engaging with something else. I'm going to throw the camera outside for you to listen to it. So like I was driving and all of a sudden like there was nothing. I was putting my foot on the gas and it was making a little whining noise. There was nothing. Pulled over, put it into park. And then now it just won't do anything. Here, you can listen to it. Okay, I'm going to start it.
Looks like the flex plate.
Is not connected to, like it's not engaging with the engine and the transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here we are.
But, you know, but you can go underneath the van if you want.
Yep.
And you know that little rubber underneath your transmission, that's the inspection little plate there.
Yeah.
You can take that one out and see if it's any carnage in there.
Okay, I can do that.
You know, and that will tell you exactly what's happening, you know. But that sounds like something is up because the starter is not engaging on the...
So like if that flex plate gave loose or whatever it did, that would stop me from driving too as well, right? That's the connection. That would make sense.
That's the connection to the crank, and then the connection to the torque converter that spins the transmission.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, bro. Good morning.
Ah, shit. Never ending.
Yeah, never ending. That's all good. We're close to Whitehorse, which is perfect. We're only about an hour outside of Whitehorse anyway, so.
After leaving a message, you can hang up or press pound.
We need a tow truck.
Getting directions to Whitehorse.
We're 44 minutes out of town.
Thank you for calling Integra Tire Whitehorse.
Yeah, hey, I'm just traveling through, and we think that the flex plate on my van's not connecting with the transmission. We were just driving just outside of town. Wonder what your timeline is to have a look at that.
Right now, we are starting to book in.
Oh man, here we go again. Son of a...
Thank you for calling Whitehorse Motors. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. You've reached the service department at Whitehorse Motors. Sorry, we're unable to take your call.
So I took off this little cap here, and I don't feel any metal or anything like that underneath here. That's my torque converter right there. So Lauren figures that there's the flywheel's not engaging with the torque converter or something like that in here, but I don't feel any carnage in there. So can you imagine if I took the Dempster Highway And this happened way out there.
Thank you for calling Whitehorse Motors. If you know your part, you've reached the service department at Whitehorse Motors.
Could you freaking imagine if this happened way out on the Dempster Highway? I heard a tow truck to get off the Dempster is like $1,000 just to get you back to the pavement. Crazy. So we're gonna sit out here for a little while. There's been traffic and stuff driving by. We're okay. We got Starlink up on the roof, so thankfully for that we have some connection out here. Oh my gosh, what a community here. So I'm by Fox Lake here, just outside of Whitehorse, and I'm blocking someone's driveway here. And I seen her drive up the driveway, and I'm like, ma'am, I'm so sorry, I'm broken down here. Hopefully I'm not in your way or anything. She's like, no. She comes out, it's okay. She's like, are you okay? Is everything fine? Do you need any help or anything? She's like, we can message out for you. I'm like, I got Starlink up, so I'm super connected. It's all good. And she offered me the driveway. She's like, if you need to leave your van here and go into town, you can. If you want to sleep here, you can stay here. That's okay. And she even says that she has some friends around here that have cabins that they normally rent out, like as an Airbnb kind of thing. But she's like, we can make a phone call. We could probably get you to stay in the cabin if you want, if you need, no charge. My gosh, what an incredible place to everywhere we've been, people have been so freaking friendly. Probably the second top friendliest place we've ever traveled in my van. Nova Scotia's got the top of it right now for me, but this one is right on its bumper, 100%. Sorry to interrupt today's adventure, but today's video is sponsored by Jackery. If you don't know who Jackery is, they make these amazing portable battery products and foldable solar that you can use to power your entire van, your off-grid cabin, and backup power for your home. And as you know, I've struggled with a little bit of power in my van over the last couple of days because of lack of solar conditions, and also because I haven't been driving to generate enough power from my alternator. So the second I had a 5% battery day and my batteries were done in there, I instantly reached for my backup battery system, which I always carry in my van. I think having backup power, whether it's your home off-grid cabin or your van, is necessary. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't think about is, yeah, so what? I have a big electrical system in my van. I don't need portable power. Think again.
The Explorer 1000 version number 2 has 1070 watt hours of capacity and a 50% boost in output from previous versions. It can handle 1500 watts, which means your induction cooktops, your microwaves, and all those other high power devices you need to plug into your van home.
The brand new Jackery 1000 version 2 is my #1 suggestion for everybody living van life. And something super cool, when the sun is out, maybe not on a cloudy day like today, the solar panels have a super cool feature, which I think is epic, to help make sure you guys get the best solar from the sun that's up in the sky. Check this out. When the sun hits that little black dot, it casts a shadow. So it'll tell you where you need to adjust your solar panel to. But you want that shadow to be cast dead in the center. And how you adjust that is simply by adjusting the legs on the back, making it flatter, making it more upright. Sometimes it's just the little things that make things awesome. All right, Jackery, thanks for sponsoring today's video. And for you guys, I will leave the links to all of this stuff down below. The Jackery 1000 version number 2 and the new Solar Saga 200 watt solar panel, in my opinion, is a perfect combination. Thanks for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the adventure. And Lauren said to give this thing a bit of a crank over to see if that flywheel is doing anything weird. So let's go crank this baby over. Just gonna check the code reader. I didn't see anything come up on the dashboard at all. It says nothing. No powertrain, DTCs, or freeze frame data is presently stored in the vehicle's computer. So I sent this video to Lauren of what we seen when we tried to crank it.
Lauren says, from what I see in the video, looks like the flex plate is not attached to the crank, so it's not spinning the engine. It's not spinning the crank, so definitely the transmission needs to come off in order to see. I don't know, maybe the bolts came loose or sheared off, no idea, but definitely the transmission off.
Bro, thank you for the fabulous news. I appreciate it, Lauren, though, but that's not good news.
We got a semi-truck stopping. I wonder if that's a subscriber of ours.
Howdy. How you doing? I did. I'm not really sure. It's like the flex plate turns, but nothing's engaging. Yeah. And we couldn't find it. We've been phoning around. We have a tow truck on its way. But we've been phoning around all day trying to find a mechanic. It's been a no-go.
Oh man, that's super cool. I always appreciate you guys stopping, man. That is awesome. I heard the semi go, whoa, slow right down. I'm like, what the heck?
So we've been here now for about 5 hours trying to figure things out, and the tow truck just notified me that they should be here within probably about a half an hour or so. So it'll be nice to get back to town. I wish I had a mechanic shop to tow it to, but we have been phoning around all day. I've had subscribers calling every mechanic shop, calling in favors with friends, and so far, zero. Right now, we're kind of dead in the water, and I'm not sure what we're gonna do, because if it's another situation like we had in Terrace the other year, where they were not able to get me in whatsoever for months ahead, and that's what it is now. Everybody's booking into October on average. Like, I wish the U-Haul trailers could haul this kind of weight. I looked it up. I'm like, well, maybe I'll just go rent a truck, rent a U-Haul trailer, and tow this thing back to the island and call her done and just go back. But those U-Haul trailers don't handle this kind of weight, so... Oh, man. You figure I should be an expert at this by now, but I'm not. It still sucks every time.
Finding an actual tow truck out here is not easy. The tow truck companies are like, hey, no, sorry, can't tow you today, but you can try back tomorrow, but no guarantees then either. I don't know if they're just way too busy out here or they just don't want to drive this far out of town. So this is what I found.
This must be the Yukon way. Flat deck truck, missing boards.
That deck has seen way better days. Hopefully I don't fall into that hole. That's right about where my tire's gonna go.
That winch barely... Oh, he's flattening me out. Oh, gosh. That winch didn't have the pull to pull this big van up. Oh, that makes my heart feel better.
The young guys that picked me up drove back nice and slow, got us safe and sound into Whitehorse, and I found some followers of the channel that offered me a place on their yard so I can stay there until I can get my van fixed or figure out what the heck we're gonna do, broken down way out here in the Yukon.
I'm crazy. We gotta close these curtains up, bud. Nobody needs to see us in here, bro. Whoa, guys. We gotta do a battery check here. I think we're gonna be stuck here for a little bit. We've already been talking with people about shipping my van out of here. So I talked to a guy today that says they charge $1,500 to ship my van from Whitehorse to Edmonton. And that's one of their main straight shots. They do that all the time. Like, if I wanted to ship my van to Edmonton tomorrow, I could get it on the truck right away. So pretty much the same kind of truck that delivers vehicles to the car dealerships in here, it would be like a vehicle like that. So we met a subscriber of ours last time we were out here, about a week ago. His name is Caesar. Caesar's a backyard mechanic, and he seems really knowledgeable. Caesar offered to help me out tomorrow after work. So what he's going to do tomorrow, he's going to take my starter out, take my drive shaft out, move my transmission backwards, and assess everything in the front. If it's something that's going to be a fix, like maybe buying a torque converter or a flywheel or whatever that part's called, then we're going to do it. We may not be able to order the parts from here, So I'm thinking maybe in that scenario, I might have to contact Lauren, order the parts on the island, get Amanda to deliver it to the airport in Nanaimo and fly it directly to us here. That's probably the fastest way to get us parts up here. So if Caesar feels when he pulls things apart tomorrow that it's just a little bit too much of a job for him, he's going to put it all back together, and then we're going to have to ship my van somewhere where there's a mechanic that can help me. This is a really big problem when it comes to traveling in an area where you don't have a lot of big cities around you. I made the joke today that from now on, I'm just going to travel to bigger cities because then you don't have to worry about the small towns and breakdowns when they tell you it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks before they can get you fixed up and back on the road. Sure, I could sit here for a month. Do I want to sit here for another month? No, because I was planning on catching that ferry back at the end of September back to Vancouver Island. Now, I don't know what is in store for us for the rest of this travel season. I don't know if I'm going to be stuck here in Whitehorse for a month, or we're going to have to move my van somewhere, somehow, to a town that's big enough that can get me fixed up and repaired. So that's all I got for you guys today. It's been one heck of an ass whooping of a day on me today. I'm beat. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to deal with breakdowns anymore because breakdowns suck. So we've been through so many breakdowns on this channel that I'm done. I'm freaking done. And for all you people right now that I know are in the comment section going, you should have bought something new. You know how many broken down Sprinters I've seen around here? Just as many as you do older vehicles like mine. So it doesn't matter if you're brand new or you're old. Breakdowns do happen on the road. It's what you do with them that really matters. Me, right now, I don't feel like sitting here for a month. So maybe we just get this thing shipped somewhere where I can get it fixed so we can keep on moving. As of right now, guys, I got nothing else. I got myself some snacks because sometimes chocolate just makes you feel better. So this is my plan for the whole night tonight. Actually, Cruzy's staring me in the face right now. Maybe my plan should be to give you some FOOD. Want some food? All right, you guys. That's all we got. Thanks for watching.